Hello everyone, this is Adnan with Canop's training videos. This is part 4 of SCCM 2012 video series. Now previously we did install the infrastructure. Then we installed the prerequisites, and then we did install the SQL Server. So in this video we are going to install, so we did all this, now we're going to install server SCCM 2012. So now here so in order to do this, I'm going to jump back to my machine. I'm going to need SCCM 2012 CD. So for that, let's open CD first. Let's mount the CD. You can mount it right from here, or you can mount it from here. It's the same thing. So here I'm gonna go to CD, and this time I'm gonna need SCCM 2012. This is SCCM 2012 CD. Make sure it is connected and mount the CD. Once it is mounted, it would run the auto run for the CD, and will be, so how to open, we'll go with this HTML. Now once this starts, we select this install. So at this point we do need to remember that this is our architecture. For the lab, we already installed this. We are on this server. In this server we already installed server 2012. Now I'm installing server SCCM 2012. This will be a primary site server. This will be having a site DB, and it will be MPN DB. So here, next. Here we're going to say install configuration manager primary site. So we'll be installing this. We can select with this option as well, because this will be a standalone primary site. This will be a quick selection. Let's go with this. So next. Typical standalone primary site, you can expand this site into hierarchy at a later point. Okay. Now here it's asking for license. We'll be working with the evaluation version. And next. Here, accept the license agreement, terms and conditions. Here, enable this. So we are kind of accepting license terms for 2012 Express or this. And then here, this is the location that where it's going to download prerequisite files on this server. What we can do is we can browse on C drive, and on C drive we had a folder called SCCM stuff. Here we're going to create another folder called download. You can create this folder directly on C drive, but it's fine. It can be directly on C drive or in SCCM stuff folder. It's one and the same thing. So it is now downloading those files. Now it's downloading. Then sometime what happens is that during this download, or something happens and the setup crash, or not, maybe in this download between this complete SCCM installation this setup crashes. So when the next time you have to you reach this step the next time, because the setup was crashed maybe at this point or at this point or at this point, this is the progress. At that time you don't need to re-download it again. All you need to do, you can use previous downloaded files, and then you would point to this location in this. So in that case it will be faster download. It won't have to re-download again these files in this manner. For now it needs to go from 8 to 56. So as usual, I'm gonna pause this video if and as soon as it is stopped and ready to go to the next screen, I'm going to start recording. Okay, finally it is back. So here we'll select the 3-character site code. So we're gonna say CND. Now this site code, we need to remember this site code cannot be changed. Once, if you ever need to change a site code, this 3-character code, you might need to reinstall SCCM from scratch. This is our site name, so we can call it anything. Well, we can call it Canips primary site, Canips primary site, or Canips headquarter. And then next here, if you want to join the customer experience, no need, and next. So here, now it did not ask us so many questions because in the beginning, remember, we selected that it should automatically select stuff for us. Now here already we can see a few things failed. Warning, failed, Windows deployment. So now will be kind of a long journey. We need to fix these items and then come back again. Let's see, select an item to display details. So here it didn't start. So first of all, so prerequisite check failed here. Now it is at this point where we need to fix one by one. So it's saying here the user component assessment kit is required and must be installed before the setup. So first of all, ADK is not installed on this. So which means that we need to install the ADK, and ADK we have downloaded ADK right here. So I'm gonna go to my ISOs. Windows deployment kit is this one. So let's copy this from here to the server. I'm gonna put it on the desktop. And let's see if I can paste it here. Again, one more time, or it's E drive. I need to mount this E drive here. So next browse. Let's add computer. I'm gonna go to E drive. From here, let's go to in networking. Once you share it from here, it appears in networking. Go to E drive, and here we need to install this. So right click on this, run as administrator. So this is one. I mean, why we didn't do it earlier? Because we thought the script that we ran, it automatically installed it. So I think most of the failed is due to that this is not installed from before. So it's fine, we are installing it now. The important thing here in this setup is that once it stops here and fails, you need to do one by one and fix them all. So once you think, once that is done, then we're gonna check this one, and then we're gonna run the recheck. But most of them are all because the Windows Assessment Kit was not installed. So this one is also related to that. This is different. So this is Microsoft requires the supported server version. So here this one needs a different stuff. But let me first finish this one by one. So this is being installed, and here let's look at this while that is being installed, because there are few failed. So there is this one failed. This is due to ADK missing. This is SQL. I'm gonna check that out later. This is ADK, and this is, so 3 will be fixed once the ADK is completely installed. And this one, let's see. So the configuration management site requires a supported SQL Server version with required hotfix for the site database. To succeed before setup can continue, you must install supported version of SQL Server on a specified database. Now this is a very general error message. When I did the install previously, I had downloaded some prerequisites, so it's SQL stuff. Let me see. So this is SP2. I think if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna try SP2 on this, because this is SP1. What is in this? Nothing is here. So let's see for now. Where is our installation for ADK? ADK is being installed. Once ADK is installed, I think it's gonna reboot, and after reboot we're gonna rerun the SCCM setup, or maybe it might not reboot, so let's wait. It's 61% and 61%, so we'll wait. Once it finishes, then I'm gonna start recording again. Okay, so it is completed. All we need to do, close, and it did not ask me to reboot anything, so let's recheck. There are some warnings. So what this warning is about: are not required for site installation, but are okay. So schema was not extended. Firewall, their firewalls, we already closed down the firewall. Are their firewalls on? Oh, there is a domain firewall on, so we'll just switch it off. Other than this, so everything is fine, warnings are fine, but just SQL Server is not. SQL Server is it has some issues. So I'm gonna leave this here, and then I'm gonna try something with this. Now either we go onto this article, so copy and see what this article is saying. Okay, it doesn't even refer to anything. So this is one thing. Second thing, what I can try is copy this complete sentence, and I can Google it. So this is second way of finding out. So here I did find exact error message, required supported SQL. So here about 25%. We can go down to the article. Download CU6 for the following. Get a click on hotfix now, accept the agreement, and then R2 means 64-bit. Okay, so it's saying download this. So we'll go here, and this is the hotfix available. Let's download it. So here need to accept the agreement, and here what we need is this is for 2008. I don't know if it's gonna work for 2012. Server 2008. Okay, let's go back. So this is where I was saying earlier. So this requires SCCM requires equal to 2000 cumulative. This it requires this, and what else? This one and here. Now let's go back. Let's add just one quick more thing. We have SQL 2012. Let's see if we find any article for 2012. Here we find post action required to meet for this. So here it's saying this is an article, and here this is where we are failing version. This is our problem. Having closer look at the configuration log and set this is the error message. With configuration SP1 is on supported version for Express and installed on this and here okay, version. We can run this command in Management Studio, and bottom line based on the support documentation checked SQL with minimum of CU2. SP1 must be installed afterwards. Secondary site is supported or close member. Version is SP1. So what we'll do is, I do have within the same folder, I have this hotfix. This is a hotfix. Maybe this hotfix. No, I don't know if this is for SQL, but if we go in this, there's an update for here. Let's run this one. Let's see what happens. This is SP2, and SP2 is definitely better than SP1. This is SQL SP2. Let's run it. It will rerun the SQL setup. So normally everything went smooth. That script that we used did not do two things. It did not install the ADK, and plus it did not extend the schema. Okay, I'll come back to that in a moment, but let's finish this setup again. So this is SP2 being installed on SQL Server. These are our services. Next, so it's checking files. So here the service type and account type. What do we have to do? Nothing. Next. And here just a summary, and we are updating all the files from SP1 to SP2. So let's see. Okay, so I was saying that based on our while this goes on, that here based on this prerequisites, the script did install all of these features, but it didn't do this. It did not extend the schema. Now extending the schema and I don't know if it created this this container as well. So now I have to check both of the things. Let's go to our Active Directory. So here this is going on. Let's check, go to Active Directory, and let's open ADSI edit. And within ADSI edit we need to connect. Press OK. From here we'll go down to Systems, and within Systems we're looking for system management container. Oh, actually, system management container. Now we can look back into the documentation here. In this documentation, back to the main menu, we'll look at the prerequisites, and here this should be in the domain. In system there should be a new object, should be called system management container. So it seems like it did not even create that system management container, which is supposed to be in system. So let's create it now. So we'll go into domain, we'll right click on system right here, and then we'll choose container, and then after we'll give it a name, system container, system management, and then right here, once it is created, then we need to delegate control. So let's do this while our SQL is being updated. So if in your case it's not, so please do this. You right click. So again, let me show you, although you can go back and do it. Need to go to start, need to go to administrative tools, and need to open ADSI edit, and then right click on system, new object. Here we need to say, okay, let me expand this, and here we'll say new object container. Next, name it system container, finish. Once this is all done, then what do we need to do? We need to right click on that container, do the delegation, and then go to custom folder, select everything. Here we need to select selected users or groups. So complete with a computer account, full control over the system management container. Let's jump back here. So right click on this, and we'll say, no, sorry, on system management container. I think for this we need to go here, need to open advanced features. So we're in ADUC here. So within ADUC you see this system. In this system there is this object called system management. Right click on this, delegate control. Next, here we need to add computer account, the SCCM server account. So this account will say canaps. You won't be able to see this because user and groups are not selected. All you need to do, change object, add computers. Now search for this. Here we need to select the SCCM server, so which is your primary site server. It's done, and here we need to say custom, this folder, and here select everything, next, and done. So this one is done too. We just completed this. At the same time, now we need to run the schema update. For schema update, we need to mount the SCCM 2012 CD in domain controller. Does not have to be, actually it doesn't have to be a domain controller, it can be the SCCM server. Then we need to go to this location. The location is where is the location? Let's look at this. The location is setup, SMS setup bin, and this folder. I think schema was extended, but here when we ran the setup, it says that its warning was so. Okay, SQL is updated on this one, so we can extend the schema later if required. Here we can rerun it again. Now this time let's see. Okay, warning, warning. Hopefully no errors. And it's going on. So one thing always to remember about SQL, this update won't run if you have not installed SQL. So before running this update, you must start with this ISO, mount the ISO previously as we did in the previous video, install complete SQL, and then come back and run this update. So this update might be required. Now let's see if this fails or passes. At the moment it's just checking it. Let's wait for a few moments. Now in the meantime, while this is happening, I can mount the SCCM CD is already mounted in this, and let's see where is our schema file. So schema extension file should be in the CD, and CD is in SMS setup in bin folder within 64, and there should be a file called extadcsch. Now guys, schema extension is not mandatory. It can work without schema extension. SCCM can work without schema extension. So actually it is this file. So this file needs to be run from the command prompt. Now in order to run this file from the command prompt, all we need to do is, so while this is going on, we can open a command prompt. So this is a command prompt. Right click, just say run as administrator, and within this you can say cd slash this backslash, and then you can say cd. Actually we need to say cd and right click paste. So this was the, no, not this, hold on, we need to go to this path. So this path is d setup bin and x64. So either we can copy this and then we can go back to cmd, run as administrator. We'll change it to drive D. So we need to change it to drive D with D colon, and then right here we can say paste, but paste, before paste we can say cd. So just say cd means change directory space and this path. So it is changed now. Now what is the file name? The file name is, so this is exactly how we need to run it. So this is, all you need to type is extadcsch, extadcsch. So this is extadcsch.exe. So this is successfully done. So Active Directory schema is done. So both things that were not done are all done now. Now the only thing we'll be waiting for is this to finish. So excellent. So now this is all done. SCCM is ready, schema is done, everything is ready. Now finally this server is ready for SCCM, and now we can begin installation. Now after this, most of the time this will finish successfully unless it reaches to another error, but for now prerequisites are fine, SQL is fine, database is supported, and permissions are fine. Now all we need to wait is to let this run and complete the SCCM installation. It is kind of going fast, so we'll let it go. And at this point I'll just pause the video, and if it stops for anything, I'll record again. So far so good. It's successfully going on with the installation. Let's see. So but still it's just 20% done. So it's been about 10 minutes, a little above, and it is successfully going towards installation, and it's doing all that. So we'll leave it running. Now once this is installed, we can see the logs, and if this installs successfully, then SCCM can be used. SCCM is installed properly. So I'm gonna pause the video here, and I'm gonna start recording once it stops. So it is still installing. It's 12 minutes. It's 12 minutes installation. It's going on. No errors yet. So it already installed the management point, setting up management point, policy provider, inbox manager. It set up the boot images and data replication service, installing configuration management console. It's very close now, so it's going to be fully installed. Now, once this is installed, we need to verify if SCCM is installed. So in order to verify, all we need to do, we can go to Start, and right here we should be able to find a SCCM configuration console. As you can see, this just appeared because it is being installed. So for now, this is the main console for SCCM. So let's jump back. It won't work at the moment because the installation is not yet finished. It will be finished in few moments. So at the moment what we did, we can jump back to our architecture. We installed this. Now this we just installed. On this one later on we're gonna set up the distribution point, and then on client machine we're gonna install the management console. So right here, and it seems everything is done, and SCCM is installed. So congrats, SCCM is installed. All we need to do, we need to close this. So it says choose from the list post configuration, see the post in SCCM documentation. Fine, as long as everything is done, SCCM is installed. Let's close this. Let's close this as well. Now go here. So open configuration manager. Now most of the time will be spent working with this. So what I do normally, I would right click and first of all pin it to the task manager. So this one, I also want to pin management studio for this one, SQL Server Management Studio. This is the main console. So in next videos, I'm going to go through exploring SCCM and Management Studio. So pin this, and since we pin them, they come here. Now the last thing to do is just to verify if SCCM is working. So all you need to do is click on SCCM management configuration, and this is how it starts. It is 180 days evaluation. Our site code is CMD, and here we can see SCCM working. So guys, this is how we do SCCM installation. Uh, so uh, thank you for watching this video. I'm going to see you in the next